first time internationally since Paris for NRG. Breeze down the line, but pay prices look excellent. It's just
Yay, let's go.
display the depth of these two highly
Ayo, watch party, watch party.
Now NRG look vulnerable.
Paham, paham. Nih. Mas bisa dikirim kasih bisa dikirim kasih Boreal.
It's interesting though because they haven't been kicking it. They've been floating that for round 3 and been so successful there. And I think maybe now prove to themselves that it's actually at the top of their league. They want to prioritize that one early in this round. And it's so important also that early is the first round. We were speaking about favorites, NRG deciding that this is the first round. It's very important. We saw that favorites moved.
Jangan tebar share screen apa?
Giving them a little bit less options, but more flashy play style with the versatility that you have with the but I think it became a little bit too readable for NRG to work onto that. Fun fact, in every single Masters, the team that has won the first map of the lower bracket final has moved on to the grand final.
Lower bracket final. We'll see even more weight on this first map of Pearl. Let's jump into our agent select now. And it is going to be the Tejo competition. Entering the way they want NRG. HaperX will be running back this Neon and Yoru look.
HaperX played the Phoenix Stomp the last time they went against NRG. This was the comp they displayed against all gamers. I like the change. I thought it gave a lot of freedom to Jing and something, the way that they're fighting around the map. And in particular on their defense, having these incredibly fast rotations. I want to see NRG on this attack side prioritize using their double drones to re-push players who have embedded in the extremities. On getting in control to cut those fast rotates and allow them to split sights instead of hitting into the buys.
I want to see an NRG that is proactive, as you're saying. I want to see the control of A, as I'm saying. Getting something into those positions will be a priority for favorites, and he can be an absolute. I go to actually the most important players. It goes to Scuba, it goes to Ethan on this head-to-head against the Forsaken that can turn up at any given moment.
It was something and Jin who were absent in the Swiss stage.
They showed
in the playoffs. And I think that pressure reverses onto Mani. You talked about his tough game yesterday. He's the only solo duelist player left in this tournament. Time for him to show out.
Kamu kira jalan tebar share screen lah.
The audacity on a game like this. I didn't even cook up a reply, and I'm not witty enough. But what I can say is, it is truly the duel of fate between these two. How many times have they met? How many times they had to try and live through this matchup? But again, this is the one that matters. All the others now fade away. But NRG look human. Paper
Let's go, PRX 3-0.
on the given day.
Let's go. 12-0 gimana?
Goblok, anjing ya si Bro ngeri euy.
Si Bro.
I love this crowd.
Ayo anjing. Adek.
And there's something already that's looking a little bit messy. Is NRG?
Very messy.
Yeah, willing to take the ball on this, but this device still play the player, and it looks like NRG know there's a chance. Rex right now, got to bring him to heel. They bow to no man. By waiting to try and strike this beat up.
Bongok anjing. Ngepick kabeh anjing dongok.
members. Again, for me, my eyes are on Scooter. He was absolutely sensational previously in terms of clutches, in terms of finding early kills in rounds where the pacing was completely off for NRG.
Sadly, you don't really get much rest in the last sort of games with these sort of teams every round. A couple of sheriffs coming in. But more on that note, I think it's so rare that we've now got, I guess, enough depth in the scene to have these league games coming back through. Now, teams have
No, es que co.
Kills again, the man is on a bit of a start. Not the only threats. It should become a more traditional round. But again, it feels great. We have team styling shows some real validity in best of fives. We know that they have depth in that ball. This is the brilliance of this time for this game.
I thought for a moment, just in case, of course, they can get some shots. That's all he needs sometimes.
Look at Scoob's HP. There is a window of opportunity, isn't there? But again, keep the position. About timing, something. Well, he's good today. Yeah, okay. Great start fight. Keep going. Let's run this in the building.
Just to come back to that point again, we always talk about teams kind of scaling up throughout an event. Here to have some of the data between the two teams, and again, NRG's performance previously. I don't want to say it looked like they were running out of steam, but I'm more concerned it looked like they were running out of ideas and ways to really.
Dia ganteng kayak gua tuh.
I think it's the first time that I looked at Ethan and not seen him have a selection.
Well, yeah, I'll stop you there because the other thing is like when you see NRG outcalled, outgunned, and actually even then when you come to the discussion for others, outclassed.
Oh, dia anjing si bau goblok.
A bit of a brutal bonus coming in. Look at Borg's final already.
Ngeri anjing.
Loaded down to play. NRG keep their life. You can see the HP cost on this. Harder down on 12.
Kameranya pengen momen 140 anjing.
Harder to keep your eyes on things. That would be a little bit of a hard one. He's still a goal. Pushes this.
So, team progress is made. Total absence inside of NRG. Doesn't get squad rates more than
Tetap konektor.
No.
Kentucky now, really like.
Yeah, you could catch the area driving up on players in a perfect position to do so, but nothing's everything here. Looks like NRG are aware to a degree that someone is slipping there. Check diligently as Jing deadly as ever. He's been spotted. Just couldn't quite control it on the screen with this thing. But that should be the alarm bells ringing, but NRG pausing in a really curious.
But there's another player doing this. Forsaken also slipping through.
Ada kill ya
NRG
dari
just
dia nih.
taking space, pausing and waiting for these over pushes from Paper X.
Now looking towards Divine in terms of this side hold towards 8. Well, 8's getting right behind this. Look at the turret!
Oh, he got all of it! Taking heads on the way, and Kiko called upon again. He's the only one sitting pretty on HP. Marta down on 12. It's Forsaken and something. My God, Marta! You're barely breathing and you're doing this. Potential bonus conversion, but something was extraordinary before.
One more.
Kiko is online
Wes satu
today.
goblok atau apa plus jadi.
Untouchable so far, 9-0.
We talked about Kiko having a quieter series previously. Already coming out of the gates flying. These first 3 rounds already up
Second
to
geus lah
9
make ieu
kills.
anjing make Yoru, cok.
And that's a scary prospect if something like Kiko can really drag NRG online in some of these rounds. Such a versatile player.
Again, if you're getting picked up into the current champion team, there's a reason why, right? He was the player to poach. He was the player to bring on board. We're seeing a bit of that here. Paper X, however, never quite down nor out. Still going to have Sheriffs and a Bucky. A very highly contested round. It was a well-invested bonus. There was a lot of upgrades there, so don't think it was a walk in the park. Don't think.
Done.
We get early contact and fall off. NRG just going through the paces here. And for Ethan, this has got to be a dream start for him. You're talking about being an in-game leader. You're getting a lot of weight off your shoulders.
Give him some space to breathe early on, get a feel for the game, because that's what they were not allowed to do in that previous series.
And the thing is, as much as we can see the scoreline 3-0 right now, NRG, it's a lot of ticks in the box. I think with PaperX, when you look at them just as a whole, it doesn't really matter the scoreline.
No,
right? It takes
doesn't.
a moment, it takes the penny dropping, it takes one player activating, and they have 5 of them that can do it. So it's more just a matter of time to see if they can find form here. NRG's approach, Mike, seems very deliberate in how they're freezing like this, taking a bit of space.
anjing jorok rada kabeh kok perbedaannya. Wah.
PaperX obviously stacking towards B here. Wide open side. Forwards. Do have a couple of holes for invest here should they some issues. Jing's on a bucky, so for him to really close the gap as early as possible here in this retake.
Maybe cause a couple of problems. I guess Scuba's the one who's a little in the process, but able to slip through towards Art. Does get noted for Forsaken strikes. Brock's gone down, but the back line still holds. How do they break this? Really clearing sight, making sure that there's no one really around there. They're doing good progress, but it's just trying to dig these players out is incredibly hard. Fly Sheriff is certainly online today, however. But again, you're thinking about the time. Now I'm paying attention. Now I'm fully paying attention.
Go!
Feel it. He's reading this right for the time. The time purchase from Scuba.
Nice.
It's too little, too late. They've done enough for this one. Yeah, they have. It's closer. This is what I mean with PaperX. You're never quite sure. You're never quite safe.
It's right down to the wire here. Red Bull clutch from Scuba once more. And as soon as Devi finds a follow-up kill, he has to slip away. Again, it's well played by NRG in terms of the stall. We know with this sort of composition, they're able to play the timings really, really well.
Do you think that's what this timeout might be about, or do you think it's just overall?
Bro, kalau harusnya no penalti, goblok.
Just kind of like understanding, okay, this is how they want to play us. Let's get that in mind.
No, I don't think that. I think for PaperX, they've obviously got a clear intent of what they want to do. NRG, I don't think really PaperX have got a grip on the timings that NRG again, when they slipped forward in the previous round all the way through double doors, so whether or not proactivity is going to continue throughout this half. Just about now on the brink of some ultimates. Issue being something's going to be on the operator. Do we see him go hyper-aggressive? I mean, he was dialed in previously, running masses of value, which was lacking earlier on in Santiago as well. Whether or not that's going to be the Coinbase win condition for them coming out of this timeout. Said they are on the brink of a very, very healthy ult cycle. On the other side, still, Eco and Marder with theirs. Not too far away as well.
We haven't actually seen, I mean, we can see where they're kind of leaning towards the start here. We haven't seen this approach from NRG kind of full focus towards that big site. There's been a lot of mid control, a lot of A control, a lot of freezes. It's the first time we're actually seeing this being explored, and I wonder if they keep in mind the chances for something. If he was on that deeper line, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be Forsaken down there, so a little bit of a tough beginning for him. Forsaken. Able to control the pressure. All the way.
He's got Divide here, so it sets in motion a potential retake approach here. If PaperX do progress through the map, Forsaken fully conceding the site. Yep. Rightfully so, with the lockdown here to clear. Nobody coming towards the back lines for PaperX though. This is going to be a fairly direct approach from elsewhere.
Really being cautious on the timing, so it feels like that's something that NRG are trying to tighten up here, but we've got counter ults. Envy going to post this from afar. Did he get the tag there? I actually don't know if he did. He's getting, Chico. This guy is on today. Like, yeah, keep your eyes on this man. It is a 5v4. We are in post plant. NRG not willing to actually fall away from sight. The flank is on the way though. 2 players trying to push through long. Brock's got a lot on his plate here. If he's already found Marder, either fights forward, Kiko falls. Brock and Scuba the last 2 alive as PaperX closing the gap here. Closing back in on the round. Scuba is going to have to clutch up big first. Not gonna happen. Jing. Sharp today. They've handled that well. It took a couple of tools coming through, but you'll take that every day of the week.
Divide actually going ahead off the spike here allows PaperX to isolate a couple of players that basically are playing so far forward because of the lockdown, because of the space it gives them. Fantastic retake here from PaperX. So sharp on those first 2 kills. And unfortunately, Bork's just overwhelmed here. Initially, the timing didn't look as if it favored PaperX to get somebody behind NRG. The first round conversion here.
Emang benar sih.
Jing, Divide.
Kemarin kan mamahnya datang anjing pas lawan Jitu.
Kuat semua gitunya.
Operator well handled here, but in that sort of situation, not feeling an opener. Something is back over towards R.
Okay. PaperX. God, Marta. I mean, getting 1 is quite impressive. The fact that Envy still lives, though, keeps that space on their side. Brock with a quick execution opens up that line towards A. They could maybe springboard, but there is a backfill. Device still nearby, and something controlling over towards mid and R. Feels like he's getting curious about this. That feels pretty audacious approach, but I guess it's PaperX. This is in their DNA as Divide does go down, though, and this could open up this site completely.
Harus white trade nanya anjing.
Asli anjing.
Does have ult. Should he see fit? Not sure what the confirmation here before taking a forward in the smokes.
I don't know if he got spotted just on the drone coming back around. So he's been given a new lease of life, and you can see the patience there, waiting a split second longer just to chase.
Anjing.
Good job, boy.
It doesn't matter the scoreline, it takes one player, one man, and one moment.
Ethan with a headshot there. Beautiful reposition on the back of the drone. Just punishes from this corner. Forsaken been good for a couple of multi-kills this event, but this means doing something. This is all Forsaken. All or nothing in this scenario. So well played by him.
So good at just slipping those smokes, being undetected, and still just finding that corner to play
Ganteng anjing, kalem mati bos. Forsaken mah ganteng bae.
Langsung time out.
Langsung time out
Don't like
anjing.
what they're seeing. Instantaneous reaction. Timeout comes in.
Geus cenah teu main default, main rush we cobaan.
Not sure if that's based on the losses.
Iya, cekot stratenya.
Maybe review all these rounds previously. Maybe a playbook issue has been identified by Bonkar. And they will struggle to get a purchase together here. Have some ultimate
Alam, bos, PRX mah ieu heulanya.
Fury as well.
Adaptasi heula.
Consideration for the
Tapi
following.
map kojolnya koron anjing di bentenya on the.
Looks as if
Anjing lo kemarin ge madep tuh, asal gitunya.
Santi kuat 182 anjing.
Divide and Jing. Ultimates online here.
Gila, gue emang di stream nah.
Ini tahu lagi.
Bank on it really at this sort of position. Sheriffs, Stingers, it's light.
Oh,
So
well,
PaperX have carved enough space back into this now
Yeah,
to
yes, I
just
think.
keep the economy building on their side and continue to maybe close back in on this score.
Oh, yeah, there are a ton of bodies on the other side. There's something
Anjing ada
lifted up with the operator. And the turret's there, I think, to take contact anyway. They're identified here, but something able to actually be back and will reinforce this A-side hold.
Playing in Jing too on this corner. Oh my god, it's a split second! And it is a massive Jing. Get your gun out! Amy's got your back, you're fine in the end.
Panik si anjing jadi si Jing anjing.
Fortunately enough, NRG were working with just odds and ends. It's 5 alive, it's flawless.
Sumpah yang jadi anjing aina sumpah Forsaken ti kemarin mah ada play anjing.
The moment there where you feel like Jing's maybe going to be isolated, but Invi,
3 aing main
Right
aing.
there with him.
support player, we've
Jauh
seen
soalnya.
shine here in Santiago
Mirip.
Mun ngelok.
to bail out.
Mirip Pak.
I think in this situation,
Gandeng say.
Lebih mirip dari tong main bab.
prioritizing this area
Gandeng.
repeatedly.
Mirip
Some
sama.
rounds towards the back end. Now with something tasked with, well, I was going to say tasked with holding down mid, but he's actually over towards B now, reading. Bit of an adjustment here on the side of NRG.
First time we're seeing him on the side of the map. As I said, it was Forsaken last time on a solo endeavor.
Not confirmed.
No, he's gone, yeah, you can see, he's got a good angle.
Anjing cokor goblok.
He's not rescinding though, still happy to stick around until then. Why did they wait that beat longer?
See the response here from PaperX, stacked 3 into R. Try and contest this mid
Aing
drift
terakhir asa anjing mending hayo nge-default goblok ada gua naon nungguan LA.
to be caught here.
It feels feels like such a great read from PaperX, so they have all bodies basically on the side of the map. Forsaken's already working. His timing on this is fantastic. This proactivity is marvelous, but they still need to control the site here. Scuba should be bringing the alarm bell. There's 2,000, but Marder still just goes head first in. Jinx gone. The rest of the players over towards Secret, and actually it's Divide to pry out Scuba. Now they can start working back towards the site. Broad doesn't find much. They should be able to get a free plant here. Something is creeping.
Nice.
A picks out of place and Marder's gone. It's going to get
Dimensional,
messy.
dimensional.
Ethan tries to find a fight. And again, PaperX keep their cool in all of this chaos.
Forsaken, what are you doing?
Kiko make it just Brock in a 1v3.
Nice,
Good
nice,
Brock.
nice.
You're
Nice,
in
good
this.
Keren, tak gitu loh. Ini namanya anjing.
PaperX now building momentum, committing to some of these set pieces where previously NRG had some freedom across the map. Great usage from Devi as well. Perfect timing to make use of his ultimate. He'll find 4 on the round.
Kemarin
Ties things up 4 apiece as well.
Đấy tao NS mah. Pasti SS
Really
dia
good position now in terms of the ult. A massive advantage and a chance now to break the bank of NRG.
Their ability to find stability at these points is so impressive. I mean, the retakes look really well crafted. A couple new looks at the beginning of rounds like this from something. And if they want to just set the precedent that he will be here, then he doesn't have to show as much in the future. But it is working down some of that utility. But Marder's quick to business. Through the double doors and wants to find a new pressure point to open up with.
Something is still close to that past pillar here. Spike hasn't made progress yet, so NRG actually conscious now, but Jing has backfilled this space with a judge.
Jing again, looking like he wants to get involved. Is getting hindered, so can't quite get in on this. Envy's right there. You talk about the 1-2 punch. Every time you think there could be a trade, Envy is so quick to this.
Blocked on Forsaken. The chance here for NRG to recover. Issue being, they still don't know exactly where something position.
They just can't pry these players out, man. It's so tricky, and PaperX is so reactive, so responsive.
Anjing kita masih jalan, mantap.
Problem. Even if you know where Jing is, it's clear with a judge like this. He wants to get involved. They're still holding the extremities. They still have utility. It's 30 seconds. NRG are hitting a brick wall as Devi gonna take one good trade, but then there's still another player. Envy is so close.
Jing trying to close the gap here. Trying to isolate on the back of the tap of the spike.
Yeah, Brock's
Jing!
Okay, you're not meant to win that fight. Almost trying to make them in, but 13 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
I don't know if they can even make it here.
10 seconds left.
Something's
Will something
really
get on the
right.
cross though?
I don't know if he can quite get there in time. Oh my god, bounding forward something.
Oh my god.
shit.
How does NRG get away with that?
And even getting to a point with a safe plant as well. Something
Yes.
just missing the cross. The tag here. That's right, they have so few options here, by the way.
Yeah,
The moment they get these 2 kills, it's an instantaneous decision to block on 1 HP.
That's what it takes.
1 HP.
That's what it takes. 1 HP in 1 second. That's the difference between these two.
Ridiculous round from NRG. Looking a little, I don't want to say lost, but hesitant in the mid-round.
You're trying to bait in PaperX, it feels like. They're trying to wait for that moment that's just sometimes not coming. Obviously played into there with a couple of seconds to spare, and, well, a couple of points of HP. But very direct this time, going to depend on that Divide to maybe facilitate this push-up of Forsaken. Fancies his chances. Ignores Marder, but, well, you can see what happens. He's lost his backup. Divide! Absolutely unreal to find 3. Again, they're getting some bailout moments.
Marder's right behind this, though. Doesn't spot something's get popped here. There's going to be 2 players behind the Divide. Jing and something have a ton of work to do here. Jing trying to chase him down. The lockdown's invested.
Oh, this is taking everything. The kitchen sink's getting thrown in. Jing's got to do this. And he has! Jing, when it matters most, he's still unbelievable! The miracle against the machine, and Jing is on today!
What the hell was that? Both players seemingly
Habis mulet
a
anjing.
little lost in the sauce in this situation. Divide, they line up for him for a triple kill. Just here, the swap out, the weapons.
Ayo anjing.
Brothers on the reload at the worst possible time.
Bis bullet ya aing ge.
Oh, he's gutted.
Malah
Iya,
nge-reload
iya.
anjing, butter malah
Oh man,
reflect
these
pencet
moments
doang.
are just like stars
Reload,
aligning for Paper X. They are so good in such bizarre conditions. They thrive in it. Jing, this time actually, hold on, there is a firing squad
Bye,
there.
bye,
That's a
bye,
lot
bye.
of bodies behind this. And they're not
Still got
backing away.
Forzo.
See, that is what we're talking about. They're
Jing,
keeping
balik,
bodies
mata.
behind this. Might just tilt those scales towards NRG's side this time. Finding upgrades where they didn't have these weapons before.
Ethan able to clear a lot of space for the drone here as well. A 4v2 for NRG in this post plant. Divine Forsaken already here though. I's got ult as well.
I could set something in motion. It's the divide. We'll try and keep this in a manageable size. You can see he's cut the cross. The Marder. Sharp now. And a Thrifty that I feel like Paper X kind of took their eyes off the prize for a second then.
They basically roll the dice here and fully commit behind this. And a delayed recon from Raw just dismantles this. Even here, Envy unable to retreat back.
Gebrakan
Into
anjing.
that just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the
Maybe
momentum
Gebrakan
lost them a
sok
bit.
Yeah. Victim to their own success.
You don't want to open up those small windows of avenues back into this because it felt like a bit of a drought. Look at the round run that Paper X were on. Well, it's Paper X. Why not double down on it? Push again, push on both sides. Keep the adrenaline running. Forsaken trying to stand guard. And he still gets one on the way down.
Nice.
He's done brilliant work, but they are down in numbers.
Iya anjing, kira-kira unexpected bro.
Paper X are.
Push we anjing
Hot
pedenya.
to this.
If he's got ult, Device got ult.
Yeah, Ethan's a million miles away right now. He's all the way in mid. Jig's wrapping back behind him.
Oh, this is going to be bizarre, isn't it? So there comes the ult. There's the corner found. I think Scuba's safe from it for now. He's got to buy time. He has to be hard to dig out his position. Ethan's actually gotten away with this to a degree. Still has utility, but doesn't want to show where he is. Oh, that's a shot dart right to the feet of Scuba. Envy. It's the ball rolling as Ethan now required to pull off the 1v3. He's been spotted and hunted. Paper X not going to fall back on this, right back to business.
Tied up 6 apiece here. Paper X showing the pace is the answer. What they'd seen previously, NRG struggle with. They've really tapped into here a couple of times. Maybe going awry for them, but NRG able to find a couple of response rounds here and tie things up.
Yeah, and at 6 apiece, we're going to be handing it over to a break.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
¿Qué tal buena partida? ¿Bien? ¿Está buena? Bueno. Oh, la primera se la queda Energy. Cantemos un poco. Paper X, Paper X. ¿Me van a dejar solos a Energy? No, no se puede, ¿no? Ahora, Energy. En serio, y se lo digo de todo corazón, estoy muy emocionado de poder acompañarlos y son un público increíble. Que esto se repita una y mil veces, Santiago. Que se repita siempre. Y no me van a dejar solo a mí ahora tampoco. ¡Santiago! ¡Grita con el arma!
That's That's what it's all about here. The lower final in Master Santiago, already as close as you'd like. A brilliant beginning from NRG, 4 good rounds back to back. But the reaction from PaperX was perfect. They found the solution.
And again, just talking about some of the response rounds found, this could have spiraled out of control for NRG. So crucial, we found round 9, round 11 to follow that. Keep things in check on the back of that Thrifty, which was, I said, PaperX really looking to double down on that aggression. We'll see it to the attacking side previously. In the previous matchup, something really struggled to find value. And a quieter first half for him, for sure.
It's enough, he's got a shoulder on it. Falls in for the cavalry. Gets a little help back on the angle and goes looking. Finds a break, puts it in its place. That's if they've gone, but PaperX reaction. Marder goes in again for seconds.
Emang beneran?
Siapa pendukung energi? Ayo.
Nobody really there to throw bodies behind.
No way,
that catch. Potentially a timing to
Oh
trade
gitu
that.
bang, pendukung energi bang, oke.
Two goes to the sheriff here. It is a 3v5
Done.
for PaperX. Got a single
Oh, lady,
point
masih
damage
something.
done. Any of the NRG members.
It feels like earlier conversation we had a lot more, but we need to see discipline here from NRG. I don't think they're a team that I've been too worried about with that regard, but when you're facing someone like PaperX, you need to keep that in mind. There are problems to be made by every single player on this roster. If you make a mistake, you get caught out by Forsaken, for example, going on a really...
Something woman ya.
There could be troubles. So they're playing those minute percentages.
Teman support second anjing atuh dalam.
Players. He's having a look, but he's certainly not picking I can't believe it, as if that's the one that misses. But something in the meantime has got Kiko. But Forsaken being kept busy. He can't get back until now. The fuse is started, and PaperX still trying to hold on. The fuse coming in.
my God.
NRG finding stability.
Scuba does so well to slow this down.
Second
A little bait on the corner here, just to keep Forsaken interested. Again, the plant is good for him. At this point here, slight overstep from Invi, just re-challenging, and Jin goes ahead of the rest of his teammates. We didn't even hear the half defuse.
You kept him busy, yeah, it's all it is, that's all it is.
Absolutely right, Scuba effectively wins this by timing.
I mean, that was huge. Scuba's in on what, 6 to 9? Not exactly a massively impactful form yet, but again, good start in the second half. But a quick reminder of what PaperX can do, right? You already looked at that round. They were down after Marder had a great start and still looked like a threat. As Ethan trying to stall this out on contact. Actually already forced off the angle and being hunted down. They are bloodthirsty. They draw blood. Forsaken removes Ethan, gets a little upgrade, and now it's game on.
Look how quick he's moving into the back lines as well. Get right behind, potentially, his players towards B. Invi, you get confirmation here with block. Throwing the dart out. It's a weird setup now for NRG.
And Marder, I feel like, also on an island, trying to get a bit nervous, right? Jin goes down, but look at the strike back. Forsaken was there so fast. Scuba in response takes space towards B long, but he's got something on his doorstep. Still does damage on the headshot, but he gets to keep his life. Plant can come in. If you look at the range, Forsaken's first to find so much value.
Kiko's got a judge. Again, they're going to be able to play range on this now.
Yeah, this is still pretty solid for Invi. A big opportunity, one bullet to play on, and he's He's still standing. Kiko still on that judge is an issue. Forsaken then getting closer. Are they turning this one around? Kiko flies in.
Nice.
Saving NRG.
Of all the things to work out there at the end of that round, Kiko the judge.
God, that was labored.
Oh, no, sama.
I'm sure if you had a pistol behind that, able to close the gap, and even here with a scope. Invi challenge it, didn't reload, doesn't have a chance to get the second shot off. Still, we said it previously, always a threat in rounds like this.
Oh shit!
Nice! It's not clean, but it's honest work.
Nice, Rasoy,
in the second half.
NRG.
I mean, look, PaperX either never tell me the odd side.
But look at the buy. This is disgusting.
Delightful. For PaperX, so they're going to have to try and be careful about this one, because NRG with a buy like this will be playing a little bit more.
No one checking
I
in.
guess you could say, right, taking a couple bigger chances. Marder's found the timing here.
A ton of space. to work into. Something, the only one over at the A side of the map. They are walking into Kiko's setup. Still has that judge.
Really spotted a player until now. Even the one to be noted. He's still looking for more.
Selin anjing, teh kontennya anjing.
Kiko, can you do it again? He is still impactful.
Forsaken's vulnerable.
And he's given a corner. Kiko, when does he go? He doesn't. He holds the line, and actually, they've held Paper X off here. I mean, Kiko's going for it. He's trying to be a problem. Maybe tee up the others to punish that cross to him.
The upgrade now.
Oh.
Forsaken just swings onto him. Scoopy's here with a bucky though.
Doesn't expect that. The bucky to the back. It's always going to hurt, but the back pedal could be the problem because Marta took this space early.
Yeah. Something's calling this rotation as
Oh,
well.
it's good.
Anjing,
On the sidelines.
Slightly more confident, aggressive
Woo,
risk.
what a shot.
I didn't get tagged.
Nice.
So something's going to be able to backfill this, so he should be able to call out there on the hunt. If you can hear it, I don't know.
Well,
They're already shift walking.
NRG have identified there's a lurk somewhere.
Per second teori ya anjing.
Orchestrating this
Teori ngedalam
rotation
dirinya.
Something,
from Ethan very early on.
Something.
Will be identified.
Yeah, that's a big tell. Nice having Devi still alive for that. So Arn's going to be in, but we're down to Devi and something to deal with the three. Closing the gap, getting much closer. Ethan now noted something's on the case, but the other two, is this their time to then try and swing? Yes. Devi forced off the angle, 33 HP. Something has to come back. He's got to try and help his boy out. Now just trying to bide some time. Something is one of the greats we've seen as Ethan
Nice.
can't do it alone.
Yeah.
He's already up. He's already putting on a show.
Good boy.
Talk about a quieter first half here. A bailout
Splitting,
to
mantap,
find the
oi.
third.
Galing
In
anjing.
this
banyak.
second, it's so. And then you see something. He's desperately calling. I've found a ton of space, guys. Only thing that's not considered is Marta. It's crucial he doesn't catch that follow-up tag onto Devi. They're both still healthy enough to pull off a miracle. Round 15.
Something gets going. I'm already grinning by the idea of it. Mechanically, a treat to watch. He always has been. Maybe this time he's going to have his hands full. Already information going to be relayed. Doesn't get noted.
They can spam him out.
But Impy's so fast.
Okay,
to
no,
it.
they can't.
Yeah, apparently Scoop. Oh! Okay, I thought something was a mechanical monster, but apparently Envy's right in the conversation. Frog's in trouble. Tries to slow the roll here. Simmer it down a second.
Terbubut merenya jadi mah kawadin anjing.
Timing problem. Something he's considering getting behind the back lines, but he's got to work to try and secure the site.
Yeah. You have dimensional drift and a divide here for Paper X. Ethan, again, now with the identification of mid-presence here. He's got to be conscious he doesn't get wrapped in spawn once more.
He goes in a whole lot of trouble. Where'd you go? Oh!
Huh?
You beat Forsaken like that? Now something's dead! I thought Paper X had found the exact route they wanted, but that looked a little bit miscalled and a bit messy. Now,
30 seconds left.
Plenty of health.
He's one of those that, when the pressure's on, always command attention. 13 to 11 so far. But the discipline's kicked in. NRG turtling up here, keeping themselves very safe. Kiko, they go down. Oh, Ray, no, apparently. Yeah, no, he's gunning. He is gunning on this one. 9 to 7. NRG is starting to get a lead. Do you think we're going to see a timeout here for Paper X?
I imagine so. It's a little bizarre to see the time or the commitment to that engagement onto Kiko. The win is fired up. Envy with two beautiful openers here, but again, after they don't really find success towards A, it's a scrambled decision, but there's no, which is why it's weird to see the commitment to that engagement. Maybe just thinking there's one site anchor.
Nice.
Even at that point, something doesn't get himself into a position
Nice
to
time,
really
boy.
set that at all. Just kind of sits in his hole, screaming the Kiko's here.
Brilliant. Help me. Someone help me kill the guy. He is currently on 17 to 10 Kiko. Probably, I think he had some very impactful rounds previous when we saw them even in their loss. We haven't seen this sort of, I guess, individual form coming into effect. So, again, if you're NRG, it is going to be a nice little boost to the Coinbase win condition potentially, right? If he's going to be having a big game like this, certainly up there with Marder as it stands. But on the other side, it is a team effort. But the problem is the buy is in a bit of a spot of bother. You've already got 9 rounds with NRG. That gap can start being taken away from you.
Bucky in hand for Jing. The Sheriff's hands elsewhere for Paper X. And always able to piece together some sort of threat in a round like this. Ultimates to invest on both sides here. Key for me though, Marder and Scuba sitting on theirs. Marder trying to punish the low buy here with a scope in hand.
He's been good at it, to be honest. I think like they've got a nice little understanding, but the tempo still is going to be quite high here potentially. Looking at Jing, that Bucky. Does he get to even have a say in the round? You've already got Marder on this deeper line, going to spot this out, but again, smooth moves, but a better shot.
Nice.
Connection towards Forsaken.
Nice, Andy.
Back to a slightly deeper position, make him work. To find that close.
I don't know if Jing's going to be able to get close enough.
They are very aware of what Paper X want to do.
As you can see in this space, happy. Yeah, Jing's taking a tag.
Nice, blue.
Yeah, it is truly uphill trying to get close to them. And
Oh, what the hell are you doing here?
they're trying it, right? You can see the intention from Paper X, but NRG's awareness is really solid in this. And I think Envy might be dead. He is. NRG very meticulous here.
He's mitigating all this risk so well. Scuba to find another onto Jing. It's just Forsaken left. With a ghost, we'll get a
Oh,
consolation.
nice.
There's 10 for NRG.
That's going to be as well, though, coming out of a timeout, the Paper X. Obviously, that's not going to be for that. But again, you keep that like, we're in your heads. We've got you red here. We know exactly what you want to try and achieve. And we're just not going to let you have play here.
The key here for me is the series previously for NRG really got out of control. When they were starting to get outgunned, they were starting to get outcalled. Here, the composure is fully on display here on Pearl. Curious now, Paper X's approach. Oh, they're not happy with that. Look at the ultimates in place for NRG. It's only the Hunter's Fury missing for Brock. Side on, yeah, I mean a couple here and Divine just one away.
You're looking at the positioning as a starter, 2 in middle, working through Art. And already just time being purchased for Brock. They're sending up Scuba. They're sending him in. They've sent him with Marder. And it's got their reward already. Removing something is a big scalp to claim. Now they can sit back, kind of, make him work again, have to really force the fight in this space. Brock's doing really well at the balancing act as well.
He's going to get challenged here though. Forsaken not reading into this. He does clear it!
Oh my god, Forsaken, but a fantastic trade for Scuba, but if he could find him, he does. Okay, they're still in this 1-3v3. If someone got sight, Brock is still nearby. And they're all still airing, something we noted earlier in this. Jing has to move out of the way. Gotta respect it, not finding security on the site yet as Ethan waits and strikes. Good diligence, good understanding of what Paper X would have wanted. Now that plant feels harder and harder to get.
Right, desperately looking for something here, but 42 HP can't really go forward. Envy has found the spam onto Brock.
He's getting back on now, isn't it?
As well.
Yeah, Divine maybe down lower, 42 HP, 49 with Envy, but locked down there with Kiko. Ethan's position should be noted. That's a time buyer. To fully affect the NRG side, but it does cost them a couple of seconds.
Yeah, try and take space on the back of it.
Oh my god, the timing. The timing, Ethan, get your gun out. Oh, we don't need to see them! Ethan!
Nice!
He's up! He's letting them know! Today, on point with the call-in. On point mechanically. Getting the point on the board.
Paper X a little slower than you'd expect to see Kiko fall so deep because of the ult from Divine. Again, they're just hesitant to take space here. And Ethan is isolated. He even goes for a drone hit, which is wild to see, but able to catch both of them. Lower HP, obviously not able to piece together a trade. NRG up to 11 now.
I keep waiting though for that next gear from Paper X, but I'm not seeing it yet. I haven't seen it kick in. We saw it in the first half. Found it now, and the problem is the buy, Mike. They are in taxes financially.
Guardians, no shield on
Kali
Divine.
PB mah kelebaan.
Push it all in here in round 19.
Pakai aku no bintang.
Si Randy. Been so good at finding these first bloods and immediately.
Ayo si Randy tadi pakai mana itu?
Forcing reclearance of Paper X. And that's what Paper X was struggling here. Santiago forced to contact onto sites slowly. So
pakai mana aku bintang si King.
Anh main những gì muốn
the
speed.
aggression.
Which is so hard against
I
team.
know, I know.
One of the greats at being disruptive, one of the greats at dictating the pace in their own minds. And here's the reaction. NRG gonna fall away slightly. Gonna get to that scale ups coming in through Art. At least 2 players there. He's ready for this. Still has Dart. Find the timing right though. NRG very much on the verge here. Information not forthcoming, and Brock getting a little bit of spam. This is super tense stuff. Good chip damage. A little bit of spam. You can see the pressure he's under. And now Scuba strikes. Forsaken answers back and the site not secure. Giga plays forward. Traded 1 for 1. Ether though denies the plant. That's the big one. Is now Devi has to try and find him. Doesn't quite know about Marder yet. Doesn't have the time on his side. And NRG just gonna again sit patient, play it back.
Pin away here to allow regroup to come through. Marder does have ult if things get dicey here. And the positioning here is certainly going to favour them. I don't think Devi's going to have an opportunity to isolate somebody. Unless they split, they are actually splitting.
Marder, first man in.
But you are not
Devi with the strike then.
Oh no!
Oh my word, he is unlucky. Boy, to even be alive!
Nice one more.
It's all coming together. NRG having fun with it. You saw it on the camera. This is perfect for NRG. Again, it takes a great team to try and control Paperex, but the tempo read is stunning.
Scooby does so well to find both kills here. At the moment where Paperex are about to flip the site, Ethan went out here with that investment as well. You see the respect given to Devi in the clutch here.
You've got to. You've got to.
Saya marah, Felixnya kalah.
RG up to map point now. A string of 4 rounds. Very little in terms of response from Paperex. Have to lock down the divide to invest in nothing available for Paperex. G just want to waste something. 2 off the dimensional drift. Walk denying one of the orbs early. Here won't get confirmation, but pretty good idea. Something shows his hand towards Art. Faker might be played in off that.
The timing on that one. NRG are really unwilling to give up even this sort of space. Still willing to kind of shoulder it. And make Paperex have to fact find so much deeper than they'd like. Staying as a pack. Look at this. Look at Scuba. Doubled up here. Something. I mean, he's still sharp, isn't he? Still good. Still gets the man up for Paperex. Maybe that A site still for the taking.
Bit of a gap here. Brock just caught. Pulls out the dart for some reason, but Ethan goes forward. The viral fall.
Oh, yeah!
The 2-time champ still holding the line. Forsaken. Let's get that plant in, but look how close Kiko is. Kiko is right next to this. Oh, the swing and an absolute knockout punch from Forsaken. Marder.
Oh my God.
You absolute madman. You can't do it all. Kept in check and Paperex keeping themselves alive.
Nice.
Basically, except Envy's.
Kira kamu tidur yang?
Will not affect his all the purchase to follow, but something not shying away. And this challenge from NRG is so well timed because of contact taken elsewhere.
Sinapa lo dap?
God Forsaken. I mean,
Kemang geus dibolcan ku sia soy.
taking a lot. Look at the ult slope. They nearly full time for NRG. Again, uphill for Paperex. This one together again.
Kondok soy.
Just holding the space a little bit deeper.
Kamu dari mana?
See if NRG do decide to try and
Lagi diaman.
will be noted.
Sambil tiduran, ngantuk kan.
See, to invest to force him, but here with the throw.
Oh, we didn't
Won't
clear.
catch Scuba.
Scuba, let off the leash is a threat. Now he's got support going in as well. That Hunter's Fury just trying to be a fact finder, right? They slip through
Aing anjing cek aing ieu tuh neon di parol bangsat.
Forsaken tries to find him, it's Envy again. Double.
Nice.
Damage done for Paperex.
Nice.
Harder on the work around in middle. You still got something to add to his
Aing mau nggak nge-kill nice kemana-mana lagi.
Won't care if he finds a kill though, which he will do. Divide will fall once more.
So nice.
Numbers.
Marder's missed the rotation, he went back through to R. Something has found so much space once more.
Marder could be behind them. More machine than man. The timing could be great here.
If he's watching.
If he's on the case. And he is on it today. Envy with some heroics to keep Paper X in this map. But Kiko 13 HP. He's committing towards this. Hunter's Fury on top trying to get that one dealt with. Not here. Oh dear, okay, the lockdown's destroyed, but Kiko catches Forsaken. It's on Envy. The hero has to ace today. That shock dart is exceptional, forcing them forward into the fight. But still NRG trying to toy with the timing. And Kiko will not be played with today. 23 kills, and NRG getting map 1 under their belt.
Di sana.
Split. Map kedua split. Nah, lihat yang sana saya ikut.
Alright, boys. Very important to listen to my voice.
Selalu bagi kaiji.
Calm and collected when we play. All the way, boys. When we're scaling together. Make a plan and commit to the plan. If you want to make a play, you make a play. You want to shoot someone in the head, you shoot them in the head. You are allowed to do mistakes, boys. Keep playing the game at all times. Doesn't matter the score, guys. Let's play to win.
Red Bull give you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Pasti oleh Perex mudah.
He's hunting down that title. The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here. And they fall in his hands yet again. He straps up to the plate, and he can knock this one out of the park. They shall be engraved alongside the greats.
You know how getting a kill in Valorant just feels so good and satisfying?
See to the round in. Oh, that sound is beautiful.
A lot of that is due to the sound effect that plays at the same time. In Valorant, we call these sounds kill banners. Kill banners are audio cues that play when a player gets a kill. These are 5 individual sounds that ascend through the E minor scale. The first 4 kills are a single note. That's an E, F sharp, G, and an A. But if you hit the ace, you get that, which is an E, E, and a G. The goal of these is to create a sense of increasing accomplishment throughout the round. This kill banner sequence is consistent across all of the skin lines. Each one is modified to work with the skin's theme, but the overall musical structure remains the same. We just have one exception to this, and that's Avori Dreamwings. Because the theme is so upbeat and magical, we wanted the kill banner to better match that vibe, and minor scales are kind of inherently dark. So, while we kept the third kill banner the minor third G note, for the ace, we changed the G to a G sharp, which changes the scale from E minor to E major, giving a more upbeat vibe. It's interesting how one tiny note can change the whole vibe.
subirle esa chapa me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos para darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tos y va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos para darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tos y va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla.
Here with Bonker of Energy. Great start, Bonker, for Energy on the map of Pearl. Now, not the usual pace we would expect from the Yoru Neon comp from the side of Paper Rex. Did you guys feel that way as well? And how was it compared to the last time you faced them on Pearl when they were running the Phoenix Yoru?
I mean, we expected them to play the Neon Euro today because they won yesterday without comp. It's different when you play against a Phoenix compared to a Neon. The Neon has more fast kill pressure on you, and the Phoenix is more poppy with flashes and stuff. Kind of similar though in general with the pace and the tempo on these things. They didn't play super quick. They're very strategic with what they do. So just because they have a Neon doesn't mean that they're just fully gonna send it on us.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you for the insights too. Best of luck.
Welcome back. Now, can't get enough Valorant action or any of Riot Games games? Then download the Riot mobile app for the very latest news, esports, dev, diaries, video drops, and more. All the Riot Games info you could ask for is at your fingertips and on the other side of this fancy QR code on your screen right now. I wager if you use the app QR code to get there, you'll probably find yourself back here. It's a full circle. NRG, what a great start to this best of 5 series in this do or die game. It seems like both teams are not afraid to throw themselves at them and really express themselves out there on Pearl.
Yeah, I think that NRG had a great read on how to deal with the pace for Paper X in this match. I love that speech from Bonkar that we heard right after the map concluded, where he's talking about making the play, not being afraid. I think one of the big issues in their match against Nongshim was how passive they played, waiting for aggression. What impressed me in this game was how decisive NRG was and how willing, off of seeing any action from Paper X, they were to immediately find the correct reaction and full commit as a team into fighting through that. That kind of decisiveness is exactly what you need against a team like Paper X, who is creating these very chaotic situations.
So the thing is, for the side of Paper X in that first half, I think that they had a correct idea into never play alone against the double drone composition, right? Like, always make sure that you have someone with you with the power of friendship and just deal with that utility, literally, that is going to be helping you getting out of those situations and finding those kills. But when we saw onto that second half, I feel like the plan from NRG was so impeccable in how to use that, how to try and find that first kill, completely just out of discipline, wager back. And when the execute is coming in from Paper X, all the utility falls down. So whilst the Paper X is trying to find the kills, they actually have to deal with the fact that if you do not break that recon, Rock will come for you.
Now let's move on, of course, to our HyperX reflex moment from Kiko in round 1, who had an incredible start to the series in general, ended up coming out with a very impressive scoreline. But I'd say this is a good way to put your best foot forward early.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only in this half, also in the second one, Kiko was a complete nuisance to be dealing with for the side of NRG. Not to do a lot with his utility, but actually about how he was willing to take on those fights, as Bonker was saying. He probably took it to heart.
The boost was so important as well, seeing him perform here. Energy won both of them this map, and also picked up that bonus in the first, and would have in the second as well, if it weren't for that something clutch right at the very end. I think it's so key to see Kiko coming online individually in this way, especially on one of the maps where he's playing that killjoy. His biggest addition he's brought to the team, I see, is his flexibility. Yes. He's managing to play so many different roles, even a lot just within the series you'll watch today, and he absolutely excels on all of them.
It's because of your toss.
Oh yeah, because I called out the NBA. Yeah. I mean, Kiko's going to play 2 Duelist roles on the course of this series if things play out. Well, he does on Bind rather, but on Breeze we've seen the jet from him, so that definitely has that flexibility, no doubt about it. But someone with that in spades is PRX, and they definitely need to get cracking after a slow start to the series. Let's hear what Alex had to say ahead of this next match.
Here with Alex of Paper X, now coach on Pearl. It looked like the team was in a bit of a around the Neon, and it looked like you guys tried to minimize the damage and kind of snowballed into NRG's favor. So do you feel like it was the pressure getting to you guys, or it was more of a comfortability issue?
Yeah, I think it's a comfortability issue. I think having only 1 day to work on it is difficult, So it's the best we could do. I'm not happy about it.
Well, Jin's gonna be on the race on split, you know. Let's be
Jalan,
so 50 kills.
I think it'll be fine after this. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that does mean, of course, that NRG are 3-0 on Pearl against Paper X over the course of this event. Suffice to say, they've got that one on lock. Split, though, is very much a different story.
Yes, this has been an incredible map for Paper X. They're on a 6-map win streak here, both domestically and bringing it to international competition. And this is one of those maps they got played the first time that these teams faced. I thought what was excellent from Paper X was their approach to the attack side. It was NRG switching to this Vice composition, which is so good at hard stalling even dive agents like Raze in a choke. But Paper X put a great priority on fighting up towards Heaven on the A side, same over towards B, and putting pressure on cutting the players rotating in before then dealing with the hard anchors later in the round. They have very creative ways to path. I think of the rounds where they're one player saturation to make one off ramp to split into A Heaven. This has been a great round for them. They have an excellent attack. It really seems like a perfect place to bounce back.
Yeah, exactly. We saw the Forsaken also TP'd into their old utility. They get very, very creative, as you're saying, maybe from the attack. Now, on the other side, we have to talk about NRG. They changed the composition a little bit to go up against them, and it looks like we are not going to be seeing changes for the side of NRG. They're going to be sticking with that Vice. The last time that we saw NRG playing on this map, you will remember it was against BBL, went to another crazy overtime, and NRG, of course, came out on top.
NRG got most exposed was that A Heaven. Interested to see what they're looking to change up as reaction. I think if they're pushing through in other parts of the map, I think you're going to absorb for that dive and then float back in with the flashes from the sky in this game.
Speaking about cheekiness, I want to keep seeing the amount of performance that we're seeing today. 8-0 in opening duels in map 1. Definitely one of the win conditions, and especially his opportunity to bounce back after his performance yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, 291 ACS is what he clocked at the end of that game. Very strong showing. Conversely, Paper X, their doors were a little on the quieter side.
Sure, but this is, again, a perfect map, a very comfortable one for them to bounce back. For NRG, though, I think the deeper we go into this series, we get maps like Breeze, like Haven, that are excellent for the Paper X chaotic brawl style, that I think are a little more difficult to prep and have a perfect game plan for, the way NRG likes to go into maps. I think if they want to win today, it's going to set them up for a lot more success if they can take a map where they know they can prep into of Split, but that's tough. PRX excellent here.
Paper X eyeing off a perfect 5-0 record on Split here for Santiago. Can they land that plane? We'll find out as we head over to Pansy and Hypop.
Pansy and Pypok.
You can't call me Hansy and Pypok, bitch. I see you. I see you shaking the head, buddy. It's been a long week. I get you. Luckily, you turned your mic off now, so you can't reply after your sassy little start. Now, focusing on this map, though, right? Like, this has been the stronghold of Paper X, one of the best we've seen from the one that got you on board. Those retakes, great positioning, lovely mentality. Hey, Energy are no slouches here, but it feels like a different caliber to face Paper X on this map.
Yeah, and initially we saw Paper X demonstrate a very, very strong approach with G2, but strayed away from that ever so slightly. Previously here in the stage, 2-10 in favor of Paper X. On split. RG kicking things off on the defense. Paranoia primes here.
Di sampingnya sa gacar baheula anjing.
Already.
Brooks, gotta be careful to not just get pop flashed or just swung on the wall drop. Like, there's a lot on his plate that I don't think he quite knows about, but time to bring it.
Forsaken's tucked
Thinking about Scuba. Oh dear, Forsaken. Checkmate! Perfectly positioned and perfectly handled. They get the first man to the good and they go. Wait, look at the defense here so fast.
Yeah, they're going to be right behind. Is this something able to get into elbow here? Jing now isolated, but Wolf's going to fall towards screens.
Yeah, they're starting to struggle in numbers. Just numerically, the difference is there as NRG. Close, but certainly no cigar. This Paper X beautiful. Average was never the plan for this team, and map 1 already looking way sharper here.
Flawless pistol round here. Way to get themselves back on the board here for map 2. And NRG, right place, right time, but just missed the timing here towards Vents. Initially, you saw 3 players stacked. They concede the heaven space. I mean, maybe expected to have a pop here with the Paranoia set up. PaperX were ready to push in.
I genuinely thought that there was suddenly a sky on the PaperX side. I was baffled at how close Ethan got on that, but speaking of getting close, something. Throwing a couple of shots out there, but it'll be Ethan to be punished on this. Jing with a very early catch. There's going to be classics behind this and a stack towards A. So, PaperX got to be very careful to not just go in. But again, you look at the spike, they're not fully committed to this idea. They are taking space, though.
Envy, posted up outside B, won't have any idea of presence towards the site here. Devi happy. Still post up in towards main. Forsaken making ways back towards the spike. Something's been given a ton of space to work into. And Scuba. In the harder of the clearance here in some of the anti-eco rounds you see on split. So first obstacle well handled by PaperX.
Yeah, and again, their discipline has been something to note, and also just kind of their contingency plans. You look on the other side of the map. Okay, Kiko, that's just a ridiculous shot. Luckily, Jing's keeping things up.
Okay, Kiko.
Kiko.
Right. Not another one.
Kiko!
No more.
I mean, thank you, something. It took a little bit to get there, and actually broke.
Open boss!
Oh. But in the meantime, speaking of their contingency plans, Envy was working the entire time as well. Nice for something, good build for result as well, getting 3 kills here. Nice little beginnings, but NRG showing a bit of danger. Well, Kiko.
Yeah, eyes on something here as well, in terms of his ability to lurk forwards in map 1 on Pearl, find a ton of space. Unfortunately, things not really aligning for PaperX in some of those later rounds.
Yeah.
Again, unnoting players like Marda on the other side. Curious if that's going to be the approach for him here on split. Again, another one that earlier on we were talking about something really struggling to put numbers up in the previous matchup in the Swiss. Was a little behind the curve.
It felt like deeper into this, starting to really find stability as Jing. I mean, confidence has never been a problem, but Marda with a slightly better shotgun. So, Judge wins out.
Still have decent buy behind this for PaperX, but Marda. Even the first, PaperX have got all the way past this to heaven though.
Yeah,
Gonna get a spot on Scuba.
Yeah, now Kiko's maybe noted as well on the Prowler. This actually gets quite tricky to hold, but Marda's there to try and bail him out a little bit here, being tricky. Forsaken doing it right back. Ethan's going to find him, so there. Looking safe in the end. Their first buy here, they handle the bonus with relative ease.
Yeah, flawless anti-eco from NRG. Marda with a great read in terms of what PaperX going to try and do here. Well, I mean, there were rifles here, PaperX. Wasn't necessarily a broken buy to follow up.
I just thought they had the sweep on the site, considering they got the info.
Yeah, I mean, the info.
Heaven.
Exactly, yeah. Scuba able to peel away, and there's just no pressure coming his way. Didn't know the paranoia timing there. Maybe Kiko able to slow things down at the right moment. Something already investing towards an operator. Oh, I was going to say Kiko going to be caught. A little bit of a jump scare there on the peak.
And that should be a very stark wake-up call as well, that something is going to be working. This is going to be present across the board as well. You're not going to get it on just one side. He's doing it again here. Succeeding on B, succeeding on A. He has given them the keys to the castle. This map is theirs to manipulate now.
Something actually takes the TP all the way to the other side of the map. Might even catch this mid-push.
Oh, you can't get away from him. Omnipresent. Something is a problem that they cannot solve right now.
Just running rings around NRG. Borg able to potentially find 2. He does. Forsaken and Envy will fall, but Jing good for the trade. Will convert here on a 3rd. Something everywhere at once.
How are you meant to pin that guy down? I mean, start at B, he's then at A, and then he's catching you in middle. Feels impossible.
It's so quick. This is all ahead of the minute mark as well. Yeah, that's right.
On your side, 6-1.
Dia jadi stunting anjing kan.
Showstopper. Nothing really
Rada lagi kali.
Just yet.
So they sent Marda to be kind of the opposing number. Yeah, good luck. I wouldn't fancy my odds, but then again, I'm certainly no Marda. So see how he wants to try and deal with this. 2 really rather generational talents. And it's Marta to find Jing. There was a shot sent back, but it finds no purchase. So a 5v4. Kiko going to be noted, but he can then slip back towards site, pop the smoke in. But in the meantime, you're looking at PaperX and Divide taking space towards ramp. The reaction from NRG is in. They already have bodies towards heaven.
Second trying to maybe feign some presence elsewhere, but he's going to be posted up outside B to try and control Kiko. Man advantage here for NRG. Smoke will come through. Doesn't really buy them much space, but he's still going to respect it.
Somewhat pinned here. They've allowed that heaven control to swing over. I guess it is how much threat can Forsaken even imply. But with 30 seconds, they are going to be heading right towards Scuba. And something's gone Ethan, but it's Scuba's curiosity that could have been their downfall. Clears towards the fence. Kiko's caught towards B. They've got to go towards A. Rock in a hard place. And Marta's waited. Patience is rewarded. Devi with the spike has to go blind in towards B, gambling on where Kiko may wait. Devi looks like he gambles wrong. Kiko, numbers up. PaperX not running away just yet.
So crucial. Able to stay alive here long enough and see the initial intention from Forsaken. Again, just trying to buy time for manipulate the map. It's a great cast for Marta. Impact.
Ada di Premier anjing.
He's elevated.
Di Premier eta
Big player in map 1.
Di awal pisan.
Potentially keep that up here in map 2. But PaperX forced down. A bit of a broken bite.
Dimensional drift.
You'd imagine so, but it's Kiko actually controlling this side of the map. So a big switch up here. Dragging Brock over towards B, putting Marta in towards that mailroom, but is this the read from NRG of how they want to handle it? Again, there's still a lot of danger when you look at Jing with that ult. It feels like he lands him, man.
Yeah, you can see NRG respecting that presence. You can see the ton of space here. The Snakebite going to slow things down for sure, but again, looking for them to play the range advantage here. I mean, Devi actually, Spotlight does have a Guardian in hand.
Really close though. Flash ahead, doesn't find it, but then I guess the backfill works out. Gonna punish something. I'm looking at Jing here. Oh, okay. The second time asking gets Kiko
from Ethan.
I mean, it's a brave look. I wouldn't be going in there. You don't know how many were up towards ramp at that point. But PaperX looking like a bit of a danger. They make it towards site for a plant though. NRG are just playing super deep.
Can Forsaken get this upgrade? He does. Rifle in hand now. 10 seconds off of smoke. Devi.
30 seconds left.
They're going to get themselves onto site here.
Gonna get pipped from that fight.
They will.
Couple of key tools coming through.
Welcome.
It's going in. Marta does have.
It's a weird spread though.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and Marta is going to use the ult to try and clear it through on this space. Takes away Envy almost instantaneously. Forsaken and Devi getting cleared. And Devi the last one alive here. Marta gonna fall to his knees on this. But Ethan in reaction. And NRG, there is a good look to how they want to handle PaperX. It feels like they've done their homework today. They're coming in ready.
See just how deep PaperX would have had to have gone in this round to find something on the back of.
Tidak apa itu anjing reaction time nanti juga aki-aki anjing kadang.
Against the Bucky of all things. Yeah, it's NRG's ability to use the hand of PaperX, respecting the lesser buy massively. The investment doesn't necessarily go outside of the bit here. We have Envy's Nightfall.
Jing still got his, didn't burn it. So again, there's still some good tools. I mean, something's got his as well. So we've got a couple of big ults online for PaperX. But I think I'm just looking at how NRG are prepped for this. And I think they're just understanding what works with PaperX, just seeing how deep they're sitting, how that kind of tempo is almost being applied from that Pearl mentality here on Split. Now, whether or not you can keep doing that is what we're here to see. If there's some deep validity in it. But I liked what I heard coming in from the coach, right? During that halftime there. Keep playing the game at all times. Stay active. Call up your own number. Take chances. And I think with the right dose of discipline, with that touch of aggression on top and no fear, it creates a very scary prospect for NRG. And I think PaperX need to wake up to that. I think they have it. I think they'll cotton on to this. but they can't let the game shift away from them. They are a map down. That's not the end of the world. It is still a best of 5. But you start feeling it if you're starting to fall out to the same issues in map 2.
Expected to see the investment here, especially with Jing picking up the judge. Maybe see them. I mean, it's not going to break the bank here of NRG, who also have ultimates themselves, Scuba, Ethan, and Kiko. So Marder's investment came previously to counter the pit in that retake. Scuba might even just, on the back of contact here, invest the pit. No, Jing. Now safe passage, but Scuba's spammed out here by Forsaken.
Yeah, it looked like he would try and slip behind on those vents, but gets caught on that one. A really good pickup for Paper X. Man to the good at the 1 minute 20 mark, but look how proactive NRG are getting. They are moving. They've got the Seekers coming through as well. It's highly indicative now of this A hit. No surprises in that, but Jing gonna show his hand, and also you can see something getting the information towards Heaven here. They're gonna have the sight, and you're gonna hear those ults coming online.
Jing actually sat in front of the paranoia here, but if he's gonna find Kiko, Ethan under a ton of pressure now.
Boom!
Yeah, it's down to
No.
find a body. Actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought, and the spike's not down yet. I'm looking at Marder. Slow and steady approach on the flank, and the timing is there. Forsaken spots him, something gets saved, and Paper X hold big numbers now.
Tapi kemarin anjing si Forsaken smoke-nya bolong wae anjing no comment.
A little slippy. Can he get back in with his judge now?
Jing's a problem. All eyes then focusing towards that site. The distraction there. But Brock's taken away Forsaken. And the turn! Brock! How are you aware of this? So smart, but Defy is still here. Ethan wants half. Ethan's gone! Ethan, you might get half, but you don't get any more. Defy, marvelous in the clutch.
Beautiful work here from NRG to even make that.
Pas menang gagah anjing sih itu. Reaction time juga aki-aki.
In terms of NRG getting back into heaven, Flash comes through and just denies Jing from finding a crucial kill onto Brock. They just see it fully blind. It's Divide. Calm and composed to find Ethan as well.
It is just a heavyweight battle though. We've seen Brock then just absolutely pop off and then just get outdone by a quick reaction. Speaking of quick reaction, outdone, it's Jing, the icon, on doing this. That judge is staying firmly in hand for now. He's got a reward early again, so much early impact.
It's just a lick of HP here. I'm not sure after decay, it's 17 in total for him. Spot here from something, won't find anything elsewhere. A wide open A site right now. Maybe on the back of Brock's ultimate, but NRG, if they don't catch somebody towards mid, they'll be way behind the
Anjing si Jing make Resma main anjing. Dia make neon tolol.
Yeah, he's not going to pull punches on that one. Jing's done God's work in this. Oh, he's back to it. The temptation just calling him back. But by now, the site's already firmly under the Paper X banner. And NRG's options are near on 0. It might be time to save.
Another 2v4. Nice. Fancy their chances this time around.
Crowd's loud today for it, though.
Again, NRG just not able to convert some of this progress they make in mid. Jing does so well to slip away. I mean, initially even being caught in that spam towards Mayo. Paper X certainly a slower pace than I was expecting here, considering the performance in Swiss. They are able to whittle away at the defensives of NRG.
But I do want to see if there's a quick identification of how to just try and survive in middle. Jing's managed it, was it twice now? It was Scuba the first time, I think it was Marder this time. I want to see if maybe NRG can kind of slip a bit deeper on that, or how far willing Paper X are to explore those options further.
It's the other consideration as well. NRG have to be conscious of the operator coming back out. I'm not sure where the funds sit currently. Something is on a rifle, but see a timeout here called by NRG. Not necessarily any concerns here. I mean, even in some of these rounds that are dead and buried, NRG able to still make a go at things. The gaps in the purchase, we're not sure utility while Ethan currently sitting on ultimates still available as previously mentioned. There was whether or not they do. Again, you've already seen the switch up here from Brock over towards B, and Kiko now tasked with anchoring the A site. Kiko did well in a few, other than something finding him with the operator. He's really been able to slow down that late round contingency on the back of Forsaken.
Yeah. And to be fair, that's easier said than done, right? Like, these sort of options that PaperX are really good at getting is hard to deny. So I don't think he's necessarily been an issue. I just want to see how they try and handle that mid space, right? Like, what do you put behind it? What's the game plan to try and deal with it? If Jing's now just kind of set the tempo and the standard that we are going to pressure this, what is the response? I don't know if they have anything to really put there to create enough of a fight back, I guess.
Switch up here from PaperX on the back of that timeout potentially. It might be something alongside Forsaken. Challenge in towards B, but with Kiko not positioned towards Pillow, it looks like NRG might shift their focus entirely towards mid. Split to spread here will allow masses of control. Spam will come through here. Kiko happy to dip his toes as well with a shorty.
I like what I'm seeing from Ethan on this reposition, but he's only got a stinger, right? So that's...
I mean, don't expect him to be challenging.
No. What? It's got a bit of utils and clears to get towards this, but again, that should be easy. I don't see that being an issue, and Jing's entry